My upload at the moment is just with regard to my impact statements and my application procedures that I commenced with GSOC and the OCO and the Medical Council in 2017. It's come to my knowledge that there are individuals that have been responsible for offences from 2006 still causing offence to my identity and my property and my privacy. So these individuals have been causing offence against the state for the past 15 years, and this is just a little upload to the Department of Justice, the DPP and the European Court of Human Rights regarding a very pressing and urgent matter regarding the offences that I'm experiencing as a married mother of property and profession. So it's quite serious that when it is brought to the awareness of any establishment or agency regarding a mother's experiences of offence, that there isn't any constructive action about anything regarding offence or safeguarding or protecting or just even repairing any offence that has been caused. So there's been a lot of these obstacles to accommodate a lot of financial and property theft that I'm experiencing. So as I mentioned in my previous upload, I've worked very diligently all my life and I've got a very clean track record, and I'm owed substantially for all my good work and for other matters that have been with regard to the companies that have damaged my bodily integrity. There have been companies that have been developing without lawful or standardized procedures practiced, and they have damaged my physical body, and they have imposed their own impositions on this matter without actually consulting me or having any lawful consent from me. So they've damaged my physical anatomy, and they are stealing substantially. So there's very dangerous human rights abuses occurring, and any individuals or representatives of any organisation or establishment or company that have caused human rights abuses, any of those kind of individuals taking liberties and not meeting their dues and not repairing the damages they've caused, they're in no lawful position to discuss any of these matters, and they've no lawful right to any bodily integrity matters either. So it's all a very heavy issue that I'm experiencing when all the rights of the Declaration of Human Rights are being violated, and individuals upstairs and around the building, 15 to 20 kilometres, individuals, culprits, very guilty culprits of very dangerous financial theft and fraud and other very dangerous slanderous matters as well, within a 15 to 20 kilometre radius of Mrs. Maria McElligott of Roy Patronage. These people have caused very serious issues. So the companies that have been involved in bodily integrity damages and that have used my light fragments for their own developments in wildlife and nature have not got that consent from me for them to utilise or develop in society anything with fragments from my light body, an angelic light body, not anything paranormal, not anything morbid, of individuals that have been of spurious, unintelligent behaviour and claims. These people have been very, very disturbed in the mind with their notions or imaginations, and have created a little bit of a fallacy that's quite dangerous. So as a royal sacred whose light body has been damaged as a new mother, the issue of these companies damaging my bodily integrity without consent or proper procedures and gaining financially from me, exploiting me, exploiting my body fragments, these are all very dangerous human rights abuses, especially when I've been of legislation and societal developments. So the individuals that have been causing offence against the state since 2006 have been brought to the awareness and knowledge of the DPP and the Department of Justice and the European Court of Human Rights, and I'm still wondering how these individuals that have been, without consent or lawful practice, damaging and stealing from me and trespassing on my property in Ardfert and Kilflynn and withholding my child from me. So I'm wondering, is everyone able to relate and identify with the insanity of this situation? Because as a recovery advocate and a humanitarian that's improved matters at home and abroad, I think it's very dangerous for these kind of people to be insulting me. Especially when I've got a very clean track record, and especially when they owe me so many debts. And nobody likes to be discussing these matters in public. But such is the nature of the breakdown in communication and the obstruction of justice and the issue of disinformation. They have been misinforming people, and that's very dangerous. So the companies that have damaged my bodily integrity and that have utilised my light fragments for their purpose and exploited my light fragments for their purpose and monetary gain, and the people in my proximity within 15 to 20 kilometres of royal patronage, these are all dangerous offences I'm experiencing. So I hope the European Court of Human Rights and the United Nations knows exactly the situation and has assessed the values, damages, harms and losses to this entire matter. It's very sacred what they damaged from my child and I. That's very serious. So this is just another upload to remind the DPP and the Department of Justice and the European Court of Human Rights with regard to the very dangerous offences against nature, my property, my family and faith that is occurring in Tralee, County Kerry, and especially with regard to the financial theft and fraud. There's another extensive amount of fraud of finance that is being misdirected and misattributed while I'm experiencing poverty. So these people have done awful dangerous damages. So I hope the United Nations is aware of the extent of all that theft that I'm experiencing and the theft of my child's innocence in particularly.